Good evening, sir.
Good
Yes,
evening.
sir.
This is Takshila, miss. Hello.
No, sir, I'm a student.
Okay. Right. I will share my screen now. Just wait. Okay, I'm ready. Right. I'm going to share the screen. See whether you can see my screen. Yes, screen is already shared. See whether you can see my screen. All right. Okay, I think someone is saying yes. That means my screen is visible as well. Nearly 80, 90 students are there in the session. So we will wait a couple of, maybe 1 minute, maybe one more minute. Let the students join in. So we will start the session, okay? Thirty, 40 students are there now, right? Okay. Yes. Good evening, everybody. People are saying, yeah, I'm going to start. Okay, right. Before I proceed, I just want to ask you, I think my line is clear enough, right? If there is any difficulty listening to me, or if my line is not clear enough, please switch on your microphone and speak to me and let me know, right? And
Yes, sir.
yes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. And throughout the class, please keep your microphones muted, so I will be able to teach you the things clearly, and you will be helping all the friends, right? Okay. Let other people join in slowly. We will proceed with the class, right? Student count is going up, right? Around 50, 51 students are there now, right? Okay. Students, last two sessions, right? First two sessions, I was teaching you about the introduction to programming, right? Let me show you the slide, what we have done. Maybe 1 minute, we will be finishing it off. I'm not going to repeat anything from the previous slides. Okay. So we learned about these things in the previous sessions. Okay. We learned about the terminologies, what is a computer program, types of programs or applications, we call them. Then again, we talked about types of programs which belongs to games, right? Mobile applications, multimedia applications, normal desktop applications that we can create using programming languages like Java, Python, C++, C#, etc. Then this was an important lesson that we spent quite more than 1 hour, maybe 1.5 hours we spent on this particular life cycle, and we properly understood. In a nutshell, if I'm telling about this one, what it is when you want to undertake a project, when you want to do a software development project, you don't just write code in. You don't just write the codes. What you do is you follow a systematic and step-by-step approach to do the software development. So this is what you need to keep in mind. And we are not doing a total software development program. So we are doing a programming course, which is roughly 16 hours. So what happens is you should understand that I will be covering this basics. Okay, we have done. Now we are starting Python programming today. So we're going to learn small programs, how to create using Pythons, and what are the features that are available in Python, and how to write small programs in Python. And using that one, we will do small tasks, and we will learn Python programming language as well. That is your first programming language that you're learning. And the other programming language that you're going to learn is C#, right? Okay, this is what I have been telling. And if time permits, I will be teaching you a little bit of JavaScript as well, if necessary, right? All right. Okay, there is a student saying I can't register my name because it's not work. Batch 10. Takshila miss, can you please look into that comment? Okay, if you are there in the group, please check that. Right. Okay, let's continue. Right. Today we are starting the interesting part, which is going to be right. First of all, in order to have Python installed in your computer, I have installed Python in my computer. In order to install Python, you need to download the software and you need to get it installed. Okay. After getting installed, the steps that I'm going to follow and I'm going to show you how to create them will work fine for you. Okay. You can use any type of an editor. I thought of teaching you how to do it with both. I will teach you both software. I'm going to show you how to do it with Visual Studio Code as well. And I'll show you how to do it in this Python IDE itself, right? I'll show you how to do that in both software. So which one, whatever the method that you prefer, you can do it. Okay, nice. First thing, those who are taking short notes or dodging down things, please. Yeah, student is asking for the time for the prayers. Yes, Puta, I will be finishing exactly at 7:30. 7:35, I will start the video editing class, so you can pray and come, no problem. Even I will be doing the prayers at that time. Okay, nice. Now let's do, if you can't register yourself, if you can't register yourself, just put a message to Takshila madam. She is there in the line, or else you just put it WhatsApp. Okay, right? Okay, students, others, please watch. What we're going to do is we're going to go to how to install Python. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to install it. I'm going to show you how to download it, right? Okay, now we go to python.org website. Now, what I was going to tell you before that comment came, you can take short notes. Okay, what I'm doing, like an outline, you can do, have a note, right? And later you can practice by looking at it. Most important thing is practicing. And of course, there are so many resources in the internet, like YouTube web channels are there. I will recommend few things after I teach you the basics and things. Once I have finished covering, I will show you some tutorials where you can follow and you can brush up your knowledge further, right? And you can become an expert in Python. Why we should learn Python, what is the benefit and all, we will take a look at it later. So first we will fall into how to get it installed and where to get it downloaded, right? Okay, so you go to python.org, python.org. This is the website. So once you go to this website, according to your platform, you can get it downloaded and you can get it installed. To the date, the latest version is 3.11.4. This is the version, the latest version is this one. Now, there you better install a version which is above 3.6. If you're installing an old version, you have to install a 3.6 above version. You don't have to always tell me like tell me in Tamil, tell me in Tamil. I will explain you whenever it is necessary in Tamil, because you should understand I'm using very simple English and I'm just demonstrating this one. Hope many of you can understand that also. If you really want, I can tell it in Tamil, but anyways, these are very basic things, right? So these are very basic things. While I'm explaining you, I'm demonstrating this. I told you two things. One is go to python.org. Python.org website க்கு போயிட்டு டவுன்லோட் பண்ணிக்கொள்ளுங்க வெப்சைட் சாஃப்ட்வேரை அதோட சேர்த்து இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணிக்கொள்ளலும். இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ற நேரம் இதுதான் லேட்டஸ்டான வெர்ஷன். இதை டவுன்லோட் பண்ணி இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணீங்கன்னா சரி. Make a download कर install कर करना हरी. Install this one, that is fine. Okay. Without further delay, we'll quickly get started, right? So you can go to the download section here and you can click.
What phone to download?
Is it? Excuse me. Yes.
Download பண்ணனும் சார்.
எதை டவுன்லோட் பண்ணணும்டா? அதான் நான் இப்ப காட்ட போறேனே, கொஞ்சம் பார்த்துக்கொள்ளுங்களே. பட பலாகண்டம் பட பணினతో பட பலாகண்டம் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் කරනවානේ. You go downloads, right? So python.org website you go, then you go to downloads, then you click on python.113. Make a click කරන්න. இதுல click பண்ணுங்க, இல்லன்னு சொன்னா இங்க click பண்ணுங்க. சரியா? Make a click කරන්න. හරි. Okay, click කරා මේක දැන් download කරන්නද කියලා අහනවා. දැන් මම already මේක download කරලා තියෙනවා. I have already downloaded and installed it. So I'm not going to install it again, right? So Python මංගාව තියෙනවා. So I'm not going to install. Python 3.1 is there. So after installing that, after downloading it, you just double click that. One second, I'll show you where it is. Here it is there. This file, you can double click this file and get it installed, right? When you're asking, you can click next and you can install it. Or if you don't like to install it in C drive, you can install it in another drive. It is just about 25 megabytes. It's a small file. I strongly recommend do not install now during my class. Things can go wrong and you will be able to not able to join for the session, right? So please do it after my session and you can do it because you will be having the recording as well as you are taking down the notes, right? Someone is saying my connection is not clear. Can you someone quickly comment on it, please?
Your connection is clear, sir.
Okay, thank you. Right. So please, I think someone who is saying that your I mean the connection speed is less, Puta or Dua, please check it. Like okay. After downloading it, double click and I can double click this, but I have already installed it. If I click on run, it will install this, right? So no point of installing. I have recently installed this a couple of days back.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Tell me. Quick.
P10 ல வந்து இந்த ரெஜிஸ்டர் பண்றதுக்கு நம்பர் இல்ல. Zoomல
பொற சொல்லுங்க. நீங்க இப்ப கிளாஸ்ல அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணுங்க. அந்த பிரச்சனை நீங்க வந்து மேடம் ஈக்குறாங்க தானே, தக்ஷிலா மேடம் ஈக்குறாங்க. தக்ஷிலா மேடத்துக்கு நீங்க போடுங்க அத. You tell her that problem. You are in online, right?
Faster register பண்ணதா. Zoomல ஜாயின் ஆறதுக்கு ரெஜிஸ்டர் நேம் கேக்குறதானே அத.
You have joined in or நீங்க ஜாயின் ஆயிட்டீங்க தானே இப்ப செஷனுக்கு. இப்ப உங்களுக்கு செஷன் விளங்க தானே, செஷன் அப்படியே பார்த்துட்டு போங்க. இந்த சிக்கலை வந்து மேடம்ட்ட நீங்க சொல்லுங்க. இந்த டைம் வேஸ்ட் ஆகும் அதுக்கு இப்ப பேசிட்டு இருந்தாங்க.
Okay sir.
அத மேடம்ட்ட சொல்லுங்க நீங்க. Yes, okay. Okay, we'll continue because we have a very short time, Pudala, around 1 hour or like, so let's maximum use that one for learning, right? Sorry, download and install panna pare, right? After you getting installed it, right? You can create your first program, right? You can start creating your first program. So then I will teach you what is Python and all the other things, why you learn Python and other things are there. Then for that, I have made a notes for you. Should be there. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I have made a handout for you. I will share this one with you all. You can have this one. It is nicely presented. Everything we don't need. This is a full note, right? It's a big note, right? We don't need, it has everything, right? What we're going to learn. Most probably I'll be going according to this order, and sometimes I will be skipping certain things because it's too deeply it's going on. We don't need too much, right? So I prepared this note for you so you can nicely learn it, right? So don't worry about that. That we're going to do it after the operating instructions. Okay. Right. I'll keep the things organized, otherwise it's difficult for me. That's done. Okay, so you go to the website python.org, download it, then install it, right? After you install it, you will see in your computer an icon like this, or if you type in your computer Python, Of course, I forgot to tell you, if you're using Linux or Mac operating system, or if you have a Mac, you have all the versions for all those platforms. No worries, right? Okay. You have this software like if you type Python, all these things are available in your computer. Python prompt, right? Python modules, everything is there. So we can click on, there's an option called idle, right? So if you click on this one after installing, okay, it will come this window. Of course, in this window, we can execute Python programs, okay? I think, no, not here. Right, okay. So that is a way where I can do it from here. You start the software, you don't type the code in here. You can go to file menu and you can select new file. Then this window will open, a module window will open. Inside this one, you can type the Python code in. So here you have to type the Python code, right? That is the very first program we're going to create, all of us, right? So first program is this one we're going to create, hello world. After creating this one, we can run this one, okay? We have to save this, then we have to run this. Those steps we can learn, okay? So in this one, each time you have to create a program, then you have to save. Create a program, you have to save, then you have to run, right? So this step, I will show you how to do it, right? So everybody watch this. From the beginning, I'm doing it once more, okay? For those who are doing it a bit slower, this is, I'm going to do it once more. You go to your software, IDLE Python, right? So this one, you choose this one, and this window will come. Go to file menu, open new file. File menu, poite new file edunga. A new window will open like this. In this window, what you do is you will click from here. Also, you can take another new file. So you can write the code in here. If you want to output something in the screen, that you can do. The screen la print ஆகணும்னு சொன்னா print அப்படின ஒரு கமாண்ட் இருக்குது, நாங்க அப்புறம் யூஸ் பண்ணுவோம், ரைட்? print உங்களுக்கு வந்து சிங்கிள் கோட்டுக்குள்ளேயோ இல்ல டபுள் கோட்டுக்குள்ளேயோ உங்களுக்கு மெசேஜ் டைப் பண்ணலாம். You can use double quotes or single quotes to type something. So I use hello world, right? You don't have to put semicolons. If you are a C programmer or a C++ programmer, PHP programmer, or even JavaScript. In JavaScript, it's not must to do. You have a habit of typing semicolon. I always type semicolon because I work in Java, PHP, and all other languages. So it can happen. But in Python, if you type semicolon, it's not correct. Okay, right? So this is our very first program. We have just written something called print. Okay, so in this one, we can run this program. Before we run, we will save this project, right? So we go to file menu and we will say save. First, let's save this one. So I like to save all my projects in F drive. Let's say whether we have something like Python. Yeah, we don't have anything in Python. D drive. Let's say whether we have anything in Python. We don't have anything in Python. Let me go to F drive, work folder. Inside work folder, let me create something like Python underscore tests. Okay, Python tests. Then I will go inside that. Right, I just went to a drive, F drive. I have a folder called work folder. Inside that, there is a folder I created called Python tests. Python tests. Inside that, I'm going to save. இதுக்குள்ள நான் வந்து ஃபைலை சேவ் பண்ண போறேன். நீங்க வந்து கீழே வந்து சேவ் பண்ற டைப் வந்து Python files ன்னு காட்டுது. It is showing it as Python files. So you just type the file name without spaces. Just type. So I'm going to say hello world. Underscore போடுறேன் hello world, right? So then you just click the save button, right? Now it is saved, right? So இப்போ என்ன சேவ் பண்ணங்களுக்கு, after saving this one, you can go to file menu, then you can click run module, or in your keyboard you can press F5. So run பண்ணா இதில் output வரும் இங்க பாருங்க. So make your output එකනවා මෙන්න මෙතන තමයි output එක ඉන්නේ. So මේ window දෙකම මෙහෙම තියාගෙන ඔයගලන්ට කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? So මේක එක පැත්තකට දාන්නම් මම, මේක උන්නම් තව පැත්තකට දාන්නම් මෙන්න. හරිද? එතකොට ඔයගලන්ට පැහැදිලිව බලා ගන්න පුළුවන් output එක මෙතන එනවා, right? Okay. so මේක එක විදියක් කරන විදිය. This is one way of doing. இது ஒரு முறை நாங்க செய்யறது. ළමයි මේක තේරුණා නම් පොඩ්ඩක් thumbs up එකක් දාන්න නැත්නම් මයික් එක on කරලා ටක් ගාලා කියන්න ඔව් අපි දන්නවා මේකේ කරගන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ටක් ගාලා දාන්න இது இப்படி 7 முடிச்சோன்னா ஓகே ரைட். ஒரு சின்ன ஸ்டெப் தானே. அடுத்த ஸ்டெப்புக்கு போயிடும் ரைட். தமிழ்ல கேட்டுக்கொண்டிருக்காங்க கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க. ஓகே அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. සිංහලෙන් කියන්න කියනවා. ඔව් පුතේ සිංහල මේක තේරුනේ නැද්ද පුතා? පුතේද දුවේද දන්නේ හරි.
සර් ඒක අර මේ page දෙකම ගන්න හැටි පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න.
මේකද? ඒක මේක මෙහෙමයි මම ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් ලාට දුවේ පුතේ කියලා කතා කරන්න කමක් නැහැ නේද? I don't know, I don't actually see that. මට එහෙම තමයි පුරුදු ළමයින්ට කතා කරලා කමන්න. අපි මෙහෙම පටන් ගන්නවානේ idle මේක ගන්නවානේ මෙන්න මේ soft එක. මේක කොටස ගන්නවා. හරිද? අපි මේක ගත්තයින් පස්සේ මේක එක පැත්තකට දාගන්නවා. window key එකයි left arrow එකයි ගහුවම ඔහොම යනවා පැත්තකට. හරිද? ඉතින් ඕකෙන් අපි file ගිහිල්ලා new file කියලා කොටසක් තෝරගන්නවා. file menu එක click பண்ணி new எடுக்கிறோம் ඉන. එතකොට මෙහෙම window එකක් open වෙනවා. එතකොට මේක ආයේ window key එකයි අනිත් arrow එක, ඒ කියන්නේ දකුණු පැත්තට තියෙන arrow එක press කරාම මෙහෙම දෙපැත්තට මේක set වෙනවා. එතකොට අපිට මේක ඇතුළේ code කරලා run කරන්න පහසුයි. ඉතින් මම මේ දෙවෙනි program එක අපි හදනවා කියන්නකො. එතකොට මම මෙතන code කරනවා. print අපි දාමු hello again කියලා. එතකොට මේකත් මම save කරලා ඉන්න ඕන run කරන්න කලින් code එක type කරගෙන පස්සේ ඔයා ගිහිල්ලා file ගිහිල්ලා save කරලා ඉන්න ඕන run කරන්න කලින්. එතකොට file ගියා save කර ගන්නවා. දැන් ඒක අපි save කරන්නේ මම save කරන F drive එකේ work folders ඇතුලේ මගේ ගොඩක් ඒවා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් අපි බලමු මේකේ Python කියලා folder එකක් හැදුවා මම Python tests කියලා. අන්න ඒක ඇතුලේ දැන් කලින් මම save කරපු program එකක් මෙතන තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මම අලුතෙන් මේකට නම දෙනවා pro නැත්නම් pro_2 කියලා දෙන්නම්කෝ. pro 2 කියලා දුන්නා. ඒතකොට ඒක save කරගන්නවා. pro 2 அப்படின்னு type பண்ணிட்டு நான் save button click பண்றேன். එතකොට save වෙනවා. save ආයිட்டு. ඉතින් ඊට පස්සේ අපිට මේක run කරන්න අවශ්‍ය නම් file menu එකේ run menu එක open කරලා run module click කරනවා. you click on run menu then select run module. එතකොට run වෙනවා. මේම errors තිබ්බොත් පෙන්නනවා. අපි ඉස්සරහට බලමු ඒවා. හරිද? ඔයාලට ක්ලියර්ද දැන් අහපු ළමයා දුවට හරිද? හරි නේද? right okay. தமிழ்ல எல்லாருக்கும் சரிதானே? தமிழ் සිංහලම් ரெண்டுத்துலயும் விளங்கப்படுத்திட்டேன். දෙමළෙන් සිංහලෙන් දෙකම කිව්වා. හැමෝටම තේරෙන්න ඇති කියලා හිතනවා. right. අපි තව විදියකට මේක කරලා බලමු. හරි. තේරුම් නැත්නම් අහගන්න ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ගොඩාක් අපි මෙතනම හිටියොත් වෙලා යනවා. නමුත් මුලදී බේසික්ස් හරියට අල්ල ගන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට කරදරයක් නැතුව අපිට මේක ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරගන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවා. அதாவது ஆரம்பத்துல வந்து பேசிக்ஸ் சரியா புடிச்சு கொண்டீங்கன்னு சொன்னா மிச்சம் கஷ்டப்படாம உங்களுக்கு செய்யலாம். இல்லைன்னா கொஞ்சம் தூரம் செஞ்சுட்டு போற நேரம் ஃபெடப் ஆயிரும். என்னடா இது இப்படி ஆயிட்டே போகுது, சரியா வருது இல்லையே, ப்ராஜெக்ட்ஸ் ரன் ஆகுது இல்லையே, ரன் பண்ணி கொள்ளலாம் இருக்கு, இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணி கொள்ளலாம் இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. அதனால கொஞ்சம் அமைதியா ஃபர்ஸ்ட்ல டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க. எஸ் ஓகே சொல்லுங்க கியாண்ட.
சார் இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட்டுக்கு இப்போ நான் பிரிண்ட்ல ஹெலோ ஏகேன் கொடுக்குறதுன்னு அது இங்கால ரன் அவுட் பண்ணோன்னு இங்கால வந்து விழுமா?
ஓ
செகண்ட்
அது அடுத்த விண்டோல தான் ரன் ஆகும். இந்த விண்டோல தான் இது அவுட்புட் ஸ்கிரீனோட, இதுதான் உங்களோட கோட் இன் விண்டோ. வலது பக்கம் உள்ளது வந்து கோட் பண்ற இடம், இடது பக்கம் உள்ளது வந்து ரன் பண்ற ஸ்கிரீன். சரியா? இதோ இதே சாஃப்ட்வேர்ல அதாவது பைத்தன் இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணி அதுலயே வர சாஃப்ட்வேர்ல செய்யறேன்டா தான் இப்படி செய்யறோம். நான் இப்போ விஷுவல் ஸ்டுடியோ கோட்ல உங்களுக்கு செஞ்சு காட்டுறேன் எப்படின்னு பாருங்க. சரி හරි දුවපතේ පොඩ්ඩක් බලා ගන්න. මම දැන් Visual Studio Code එකේ මේක කරලා පෙන්නන්නම්. හරි. මම මේ ඔක්කොම කරා ඔයාලට පොඩි දෙයක් කරේ නෑ. මුලදී කරන්න ඕනේ. මම ඒක නෝට් එකේ යනකොට මම කියන්නම්. හරි. මේක දැන් ක්ලෝස් කරා අපි. ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ කම්පියුටර් එකේ ඉස්සෙල්ලාම ඕගොල්ලන් කරන්න ඕනේ sorry, I will say it in English then I'll repeat in other languages. After you install your software, that is Python, first thing that you have to do is you can start your command prompt. Command prompt, how you can open, you can start the run menu, window key and R, then you type CMD. When you type, you will get something like this. Okay, so in this one you type Python, right? If you are in a Mac operating system, you have to type Python 3. Here you type Python space dash version. I'll show you that command here. இப்போ දැන් command prompt එකේ මෙහෙම එනවනේ. ඉතින් ඔයාලගේ command prompt එකේ මෙහෙම type කරන්න ඕනේ. හරිද? අපි කියමුකෝ මෙහෙම ආවා කියලා. එතකොට ඔයා type මෙතන ගහන්න Python space තියලා dash version මෙහෙම type කරනවා. මේක තමයි command එක. මේ type කරාම එයා පෙන්නනවා ඔයාගේ version එක මොකක්ද කියලා. හරිද? අපි බලමු මේක run කරලා. එතකොට හරියට install කරලා තියෙනවා නම් එතකොට එයා version එක පෙන්වන්න ඕන. මොනාරි සත්‍යබුත් හරියට වැඩේ උනේ නැහැ. දැන් හරි. ඒක මොනවද press කරන එක අවුලක් තිබ්බා මගේ. මේ පෙන්නනවා Python 3.114 version එක install කරලා තියෙනවා කියලා. හරිද? There is a request to do it once more. I'll show you. You can go in your keyboard, you press Windows key and then you press letter R, right? So you get the run menu like this. Run window will come like this. Inside this you type cmd. Then this command prompt will open, okay? Okay, now you can see that in this one you type Python 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 version Python version. Then you press enter key. Then you will see the version in the computer. If you get an error message something මොනාරි එකක් ආවොත් එහෙම නැත්නම් Python not install කියලා આવොත් installation එක හරියට වෙලා නැහැ. வேற ஏதாவது errors வந்துச்சுன்னா சரியா install ஆகல. Okay, right. அது போதும். Right. So now we will see how to do it in Visual Studio Code, right? Visual Studio Code, I think it's a very popular IDE in the world. Lots and lots of developers, they are using this software. The reason for that is this has a lot of features and it's very easy to operate. And it is available for all the platforms like Windows, Linux, Mac, and other platforms. So I can open this one. Right, once I open this, see what happens. Visual Studio Code I open, right? Okay, so it will go to the previous project. I will create a new project and I'll do it. I'll close this one. I think this is for your web designing class I did, right? So I will do file menu. Then I will select. So last year I used to create tools for PUBG using Sketchware, and also I know to find values of online games. Okay, good. You already know programming then, seems, right? Okay. Then file menu, we go to open fold option, right? Open fold option, or else we'll go file, we'll take new window first, and once this window comes, we'll close the previous window. We can freshly work on this one. We can click on open folder or file menu, open folder, right? Then you go to your F drive work folder, PHP tests, right? That is the folder I'm going to work. I'm going to click on select folder, right? Select folder selected, right? So I trust this, yes. Once I do that, that comes here. It shows my two files here. This is the second file I did like this, and it's asking me to install the extensions. Let us install that one, so it will be easy for me to do my coding. Okay, give me a minute. So let it get it installed. So this will be helpful when you are creating software and all. Something is getting installed. We don't have to wait till it gets installed. We can work on it. It is getting installed, right? Okay. Right. Okay. Now let's see how we can create a new program here, right? In this one, how to create a new program. You simply click here in this option, right? What you do is you click this button, new file button. This is very easy. This is not a Python creation software. This is a common editor. You can create HTML files, JavaScript files, and all other things. And why I am teaching this one, this is very popular. And in some tutorials, and especially the video tutorial I'm going to share with you, will be using this method. So it will be easy for you. I've showed you both methods. We will do it in this way. It's pretty easy. Okay, right. Now what you do is you create a new file by clicking here, and you can type the name. I'm going to type demo1.py, simple. So here you have to type the extension, otherwise it will not take. Demo1.py. Okay, so that file is here. You can write the code and you can then run this. So after you type, you have to run this. So I will say print my third Python demo. So this is the third program I'm creating. So I just gave the output like my third Python demo, This will be output. So when I save this one, in this software, you can't directly run this. Okay. So when you want to run this one, what you do is you can simply open this menu, which is terminal. You can open the terminal from here, and you can use new terminal. When you open the new terminal, it will take a couple of seconds and it will get opened. Right, it's getting ready. PowerShell. Now it's ready. You can type the commands here. Okay. I wish I could increase the font a little bit. If you want to increase the font, that you have to go to the code and do it. 1 second, I'll try. File preferences, settings. Text editor font. I can increase the font like 26. So this font size is large. Okay, this size is good. And if I can find the terminal here, workspace. Let's say whether we have terminal there. Workspace font. Let's try increasing this one to 16. Let me get that thing done in the next session, because it's taking too long for me to workbench appearance, settings, window, terminal, features. Debug terminal view. Terminal, we'll see. Yeah, that is working. It's worth doing it. Yeah. Where was it? Okay, I got it bigger. Let's give that around 24. That's better. Yeah, this size is good, right? Okay, now we are good to go. Sorry about that. I took a little bit time, right? Okay, now we have the thing, right? What you do is you open the terminal, took new terminal. After a couple of seconds, what you do is you type Python space -- version. Now this comes in color and all. It's really nice. So if you type, that works very well. Now you have your code. You have the execution part. So it's pretty simple. You can try. Only thing is you can't just in that software, like you can't go to run menu and select run this file, or you just type F5 and it won't run. Right, let's do this one. Let's see how we can run this. So in order to run the program, there is an easy way to do it. Name of this program is demo1.py. So you type Python space demo1.py. So this is the way easily you can run the program. When I press the enter key, then the output comes in the screen. So this is the easiest way to create the program. So we create a program, in the terminal we run. Create a program, in the terminal we can run. If you don't like this, do it from here. That is also quite fine. Whatever the method you like, you do it. Each program, this one is taking every time when you want to create a program, you have to go and save, then come, then run. That is why I didn't like it. I didn't do it that way. I'm going to do it in this way. Okay. How many of you like this method, or how many of you like the previous method? I can do it in any way that you like. I can do it in anything is okay with me. Shall we take a quick poll then, right? VS Code, or I will, can I create a new, I can't create a new poll, I think. Relaunch poll.
So Visual Code is better.
Yeah, Visual Code is better. You know why? Because that is what the industry, they are using it, everyone, right? Other students, can you tell your views as well? Which one you prefer? If you prefer the other way, Visual Code is fine. So, okay, right. Okay. Seems like people are, or people seems to like, okay, you have both methods. You use whatever you like. Okay, right. Nice. I'll increase the font size a little bit big so you can see this one again. Text editor font. It's not increasing beyond that. Don't know why. Okay, let's continue the work. Right. Now we're going to do some more programming in Python, right? Okay, before that, we will take a look at the Python details a little bit. I'm not going to waste too much of time, right? So students, please remember, one of the important thing that we learned now is something called the operating instructions, right? Operating instructions. Without this one, it's very difficult to do, right? Because first we learned how to install, download and install, right? I showed you first how to do that, right? I didn't show you how to install, but I showed you how to download. Then I asked you to install it. After installing that, you get this software here. You can double click or click and then run. So, right. So we learned creating a Python file, right? Then we learned how to save that, right? And we executed and tested. That's another thing that you do. There are some steps that is very important. This is the most important thing. To do this, we did it using idle, this one. Secondly, we did VS Code. First, we did it in idle, then we did using VS Code, right? So we're going to continue our work with VS Code, right? So we're going to use the word with VS Code. I taught you one more command, right? So you can press this one, right? I showed you window key and R, then you can type this one. Check in the version, because you should do this one actually before doing this one. The reason for that is you need to check whether the Python has got properly installed in your system. So if it is properly got installed in your system, then we can do the other work. Okay. Right? So checking the version, right? In the moon விஷயம் தான் படிச்சோம். டவுன்லோட் பண்ணி இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ற மாதிரி பார்த்தோம். முதலாவது ஃபைலை கிரியேட் பண்ற மெத்தடை பார்த்தோம். சரியா, சேவ் பண்ணி ரன் பண்ற மெத்தடை பார்த்தோம். முதல்ல கிரியேட் பண்ணிட்டு, அப்ப ஃபைலை கிரியேட் பண்ணி சேவ் பண்றதுக்கு ரெண்டு மெத்தட்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஒன்று வந்து பைத்தன் ஐடில் சாஃப்ட்வேர் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம், அப்படி இல்லைன்னா VS Code யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். அதோட வந்து வெர்ஷன் செக் பண்றதை சொல்லி தந்தேன் இந்த கமாண்ட்ல. නේද? මේ කොටස් තුන තමයි පික් කරේ නේද? ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරන එකයි ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කරන එකයි ඉන්ස්ටෝල් කරන එකයි. ඊට පස්සේ ෆස්ට් ෆයිල් එක හදාගෙන සේව් කරලා රන් කරන විදිය. ඊට පස්සේ ඒක රන් කරන ක්‍රම දෙකක් තියෙනවා, idle and VS Code. ඒ වගේම checking the version. මෙන්න මේක. හරිද? Now there is a question from a student. Can you please do another example for Visual Studio Code, please? Yeah, we're going to do a lot of examples, and almost all the examples we're going to do it in VS Code, so it won't be a problem for you, right? So stay with me. I'm going to do it, right? Okay. Because the student did that, asked that, I will do one more thing, right? I'm not showing anything beyond print command now, because still we didn't learn to learn the programming language, right? Let me close this one. Right. I'm pretty sure that you will know how to work with this screen. After you open your Visual Studio Code, what you do is, in your Explorer section, you can see top corner here, you have option to create a new file, right? You can click on this and you can type a file name. So I'm going to give the file name as demo2, demo number 2.py. Okay. P for person, right? P for post, that py. Okay, right. Then that file is ready, and it is asking you to do the work, right? So when you want to do the work here, or when you want to do the code here, you can simply type the code in print, and you can type, I'll just type hello there. Then you can save that by Control S. You can save that. Then you can come to the terminal. The terminal will not be always available. So you go to file menu, terminal menu, you select new terminal, then it will be ready. Okay. So once you're ready, it goes to the current folder where you're working. Automatically, it will come there. So you can easily do the work. If you know the DOS commands and all, you can type dir and C. So it will show all the files and folders, right? Right. Then you can type the command Python space, that is the interpreter. So you ask the computer, okay, using the Python software, you can convert the code into machine readable form, which is demo2.py, demo2.py. And when I press the enter key, you will see the output in the screen, right? This is the last Asmat or someone asked. So that is why I did this one. So that is how you create a program and run. Okay, I think we did again and again the basics of the Python programming. The very basic we did using this software, how to create, how to save, how to run, and the things. I think this is very clear. This is very important. Up to next week, you can practice a lot, right? Now we have more time left. We're going to continue the lesson. Okay, here comes the notes. Notes in the sense, don't worry. Just keep it in mind. This is just an assistance for you. So first of all, what is Python? Python is actually a very popular programming language. And of course, it was first released in 1991 and was created by a person called Guido van Rossum, right? So it's not very important for us. This is just a glimpse of the history. So it's pretty old language. You should understand, almost old as Java. Java is also released in 1991. Python has also been released in 1991, right? So the Nevehama Solitin and the history. இது வந்து ஒரு பாப்புலரான ப்ரோக்ராமிங் லாங்குவேஜ். நான் 1991 வந்து ரிலீஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, right? Okay. That's nama se 91 ke release karla thina ek popular programming language yak කියන එක තමයි මෙතනින් කියන්නේ, right? Okay. Python is used for என்னத்துக்கு பாவிக்கிறாங்க, මොනවටද පාවිච්චි web development. So server side scripting we can use, right? So පොඩ්ඩක් බලාගෙන යමු. ඔයාලා web design සමහරට කරයි මේක ඉන්න කට්ටිය. If you take a website, you have actually front end back end in a website. Front end and back end you have, right? So a front end is if you go to a website, right? If you go to a website, actually this is the python.org website. This Python website has the front page, right? This is the home page, what you see here. This is known as the front end. And these front ends we design using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, technologies like Bootstrap. We can make use of these technologies to build this. The visual element of that part is usually the front end. The visual angle front end அப்படினு சொல்லுவோம். So இதை வந்து நாங்கள் கிரியேட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap இந்த மாதிரி யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். මේ අපිට පේන මේ කොටස තියෙනවානේ. මේ කොටසට අපි කියනවා front end එක කියලා. ඒක අපි කියනවා presentation layer එක කියලා කියනවා. So මේ කොටස අපි හදන්න පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ HTML, JavaScript, CSS වගේ technologies. Bootstrap උත් පාවිච්චි කරනවා. ඉතින් ඒක නෙවෙයි අපේ lesson එක. මේක back end එකේ මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ කියන එක තමයි lesson එක. උදාහරණයකට අපි ගත්තොත් website එකක්. If you take a website like eBay is a it's an e-commerce website. So this is the front end that you see. මේ අපි දකින්නේ මේක front end එක. ඒ කියන්නේ this is what you see. இதுதான் நீங்க பாக்குறீங்க. இதுதான் front end. user வந்து interact பண்றது இதோட தான். So நான் இதுல வந்து ஏதாவது search பண்ணேன்டா මම මේකේ මොනවාරි search මම සිංහලෙන් දෙවෙනින් විතරක් කරන්නේ නේද? ඉංග්‍රීසියෙන් දැන් ඒකට පස්සේ ආයෙ කරමු. මොනවාරි ගැටලුවක් තියෙනවා නම් කියන්න. කාට හරි මෙතන ඉන්නවා anyone is here who can't understand either Sinhala as well as Tamil. ඒ දෙකම තේරෙන්නේ නැති කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවද? அது ரெண்டுமே விளங்காத யாரும் இருக்கிறீங்களா? Anyone is here? Raise your hand. දෙකෙන් එකක්වත් තේරෙන්නේ නැති. Either one you don't understand, right? Let me do like this for you. Let's say I'm searching for something like running shoe because a photo of a shoe came, right? I'm going to type like running shoe. If I type that word here in the front end and if I click the search button, actually that word that I'm not going to do too deep here, right? So the search term that I entered, I typed something like running shoe. This will be taken to the backend, what you type, okay? And in the database as well is there in the database. I will teach you this one later when we go to C# programming, how to do the backend part, C#. Anyway, we are not building a web application. We are building a desktop application. And everything will take place in the backend. The user will see nothing, what is happening in the backend. And if I press the enter key, you will see some listings, or you will see some examples of shoes. I press the enter key. See, after a couple of seconds, you see a lot of advertisements. Or when you enter key press කරපුවාම ඒක backend එකට යනවා. backend එකට ඒ data ටික ගිහිල්ලා backend එකේ process වෙනවා. ඒක කොහොමද කරන්න කියන එක මම කියන්නම්. මෙතන use කරන අපි languages PHP, C#, අන්න ඒ වගේම Python use කරන්න පුළුවන් අපිට. තව languages use කරනවා. මම අපේ subject එක Python හින්දා මම Python ගත්තා මෙතන. backend එක වල එහෙම දාන්න පුළුවන්. මෙතන කරන කිසිම දෙයක් user ට පෙන්නන්නේ නැහැ. User will not see. අපි කියමු I like to take something like let's say electronic wristwatch. Right? Let's say electronic wristwatch. I type and search. Then I get examples like this, right? Or this output comes like that. So in the backend, it gets processed, or in the backend, it gets searched. Then it comes to the front end. Okay. So likewise, to build the backend programs, you can make use of Python programming language. Okay, Python programming language. Later, you can learn there are backend frameworks we use. මම පොඩ්ඩක් මතක් වෙද්දි කියන්නන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දිගටම කවුරු හරි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා නම් මේවා backend frameworks පාවිච්චි කරනවා. අපි ඕක use කරනවා. මෙන්න මෙහෙම එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක අපි pronounce කරන්නේ Django කියලා. හරිද? Django නෙවෙයි Django කියලා pronounce කරන්නේ. මෙන්න මේක framework එකක්. This is a very popular Python framework. Using this one, you can easily and very powerful web applications you can build. build කරලා තියෙන Python වලින්. நாங்க அந்த Django ன்ற ஒரு frameworks இருக்குது backendல யூஸ் பண்ணிலும் அதை யூஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னு சொன்னா பவர்ஃபுல்லான உங்களுக்கு applications create பண்ணலாம். அவ்வளவு பெரிய லெவலுக்கு உங்களுக்கு போறேன்னு சொன்னா இதெல்லாம் படிச்சீங்கன்னு சொன்னா அதாவது Django frameworks எல்லாம் படிச்சீங்கன்னு சொன்னா ஈஸியா வந்து jobs எல்லாம் எடுக்கலாம் உங்களுக்கு, right? Okay. Yes, there's a Hollywood movie is also there, Django. I have watched that. I think 2 times I watched that. Okay guys and girls, watch அடுத்து பாத்துக்கொள்ளுங்க ඊගාව එක බලා ගන්න, right? So එතකොට software development දැන් අපි කරනවා වගේ ඊට පස්සේ mathematics වලට ගොඩක් හොඳයි. So we can use අපි චුට්ටි mathematics කරමු. நாங்க சின்ன கணக்கு வேலை செஞ்சு பார்ப்போம். சின்ன mathematical operations நாங்க செய்வோம். And system scripting க்கும் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க, ரைட்டா? So ஒரு ஒன்ல configurations செய்யறதுக்கு அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய விஷயத்துக்கு நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். அதே மாதிரி ආපම චුලුම ඒ වගේම මතක තියාගන්න data science වලට use කරනවා මේක specialized packages තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම artificial intelligence වලටත් use කරනවා. Okay, artificial intelligence වලටත් අපිට මේක use කරන්න පුළුවන්. So இது வந்து எங்களுக்கு system scripting என்று சொல்றது விண்டோஸ்ல அடுத்து வந்து லினக்ஸ்ல அந்த மாதிரி ஆப்பரேட்டிங் சிஸ்டத்துல வந்து ஸ்கிரிப்டிங்க்கு யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். அதே மாதிரி மத்த சாஃப்ட்வேர்ஸ்ல வந்து அதாவது 3D Max, Maya software வந்து ஸ்கிரிப்டிங்க்கு எங்களுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். அதாவது கமாண்ட்ஸ் மூலமா உங்களுக்கு வேலையில ஆட்டோமேட் பண்ணி செய்யக்கூடிய மாதிரி இருக்கும், ரைட்? Excuse me, right? So I will be showing you the basics in PHP. Then we will be learning mathematics parts and generally we'll be learning how to write Python programs.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Systems scripting அதை கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்களே.
எது? அது எங்களுக்கு தேவையில்லை. இப்ப அதாவது நான் என்ன சொல்ல போனேன்னு சொன்னா இந்த மாதிரியான ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் எங்களுக்கு செய்யலும்னு தான் சொல்ல போனேன். அதெல்லாம் மெனக்கெட்டு கொண்டு இருந்தா இப்ப எங்களுக்கு டைம் போயிடும். நாங்க செய்யறது வந்து 15 hours கோர்ஸ் 15 hours SQL ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ, C# ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ, CRUD application එකක් හදන්න ඕනේ. ඒ වගේම Python උත් ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට ඔයගොල්ලන් ඒකේ scope එක තේරුම් ගන්න. ඒ හින්දා තාම කෙටියෙන් තමයි මම ඒක කරගෙන යන්නේ. බේසික්ස් ටික මම අල්ලලා දෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ටියුටෝරියල්ස් ඕන නම් වැඩිපුර ඕන නම් ඉගෙන ගන්න පුළුවන් ඇති. ඒ කියන්නේ මොකොත්ම උගන්වන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක නෙවෙයි. අවශ්‍ය ටික මම බේසික්ස් ටික හරියට මෙතන කවර් කරලා දෙන්නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. right? Okay. Right. So எல்லா இதுல word by word எல்லா வேலையும் கொள்ளணும் அவசியம் இல்லை. This is just for உங்களுக்கு ஒரு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைப் ஆஃப் ඇප්ලිකේෂන්ස් ඩෙවලොප් பண்ண ඉයලුම්. ඒ කියන්නේ different types of applications අපිට ඩෙවලොප් කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක තමයි මේ පොයින්ට් එක මම මෙතන දාලා තින්නේ. හරිද? right. ඊට පස්සේ තියෙනවා මෙතන ගොඩක් ඒවා මේ තියෙන්නේ what python can do. මේක ඔයාලා පස්සේ කියවලා බලන්න. දැන් වෙලා යන අපරාධ අපිට. why python හරිද? මේ හැම එකක්ම එක්කම use කරන්න පුළුවන් ගොඩාක් features තියෙනවා. අපි මේ ඔක්කොම කරගෙන හිටියොත් අපිට වෙලා යනවා පුතාලා දැන්. If you do all these kind of things it will take time. දැන් මගේ ක්ලාස් එක ඉවරලා ඔයාලා මේක කියවන්න. මම දැන් නෝට් එක ඔයාලා දැන් දාන්නම්. right. I'll put this one now. Take it down. right. chat එක දානවා. right. I'm adding it to the chat. I have it in my okay. Well, we go to yeah, this one. It's just not. It's just a 250 kilobytes file, small file. Everybody just keep it downloaded. Okay, keep that file downloaded and keep it. So upcoming lessons, I will be going through that one. You don't have to by heart everything, or you don't have to read everything. Just keep it as a reference. Then what we do, you can just refer it there, so you won't miss anything. That's the reason I gave you that. Okay, right. Let's go to the syntax part. It's coming. It says Python syntax compared to other programming languages. Python syntax is very easy to learn. It's very simple. Python was designed for readability. Easier read பண்ணி விளங்கிக் கொள்ளலும். லேசியம் கீவல தேரும் கண்ட පුළුවන් Python English වගේ ගොඩාක් technical නෑ කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්, and has some similarities to the English language with influence from mathematics. So English language එක වගේ ඒ වගේ mathematics වල influence එකක් තියෙනවා. maths වලට ගොඩක් හොඳයි අපිට use කරන්න පුළුවන්. scientific programs ඒ කියන්නේ artificial intelligence type of programs, machine learning type of programs, right? Data science type of programs we can create. So different packages තියෙනවා අපිට පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Okay. Python uses new lines to complete a command. Yes, for automation also. That's what I told you about scripting. Python uses new lines to complete a new command as opposed to other programming languages which often use semicolons or parentheses. I'll explain you this one. That means we all know a computer program is a set of instructions. So when you write one instruction, we'll say print have a nice, we'll say have a nice. Then you want to say in the next line you type print have a nice, you say day. Okay. Now if you run this one, okay, if you run this one, by the way, by pressing the up and down arrow keys, you can navigate between the commands. That is why using this one is very easy for us. So you will see have a nice day is the output. Two print commands are there. You should understand this is one instruction, this is another instruction. So you never put a semicolon here to signal that instruction is finished. Just pressing the enter key will signal the computer, that means to the Python software, it will tell that, okay, end of that instruction, what starts in the next line is another instruction. Okay. And as you want, you can't have tab spaces like this. It's an error. You can't keep tab spaces like that. That will be an error message. There is a reason, I'll teach you later. Okay. So this results in an error. By the way, you saw the first error message in our Python program as well. Okay. So as you want, you can't just keep tabs or spaces, because spaces means something else. So we will do it later, right? Okay. So semicolons or parentheses we don't use. Python relies on indentation using white spaces to define scope, such as scope for loops, functions, classes, other programming, etc., etc. I explain one, right? So if you want to write a if condition or something, if I want to write something like if condition, right? Let's say marks, right? And marks is having the value 75. ඔයාට ඕනේ දැන් print කරන්න 50ට වැඩි නම් pass, 50ට අඩු නම් fail. 50க்கு கூட marks னு சொன்னா pass, 50க்கு குறையனா fail. அப்படி ஒரு situation வருது, இப்ப நீங்க கோட் பண்ணனும். We are not still learning how to write this. I am just showing you what to do, how to do. Okay. So you type if, open parenthesis, you can type marks is greater than or equal to 50. Then you press the enter key. So here මෙතන colon එකක් දානෝනේ. Here when I press the enter key, நல்லா பாருங்க, හොඳට බලන්න මම enter key එක press කරපු ගමන් මෙතෙන්ට යන්නේ නැහැ. මෙතෙන්ට එන automatically. හරිද? මෙතන අනිවාර්යයෙන් මෙතෙන්ට එන්න ඕනේ. හරිද? automatically එතෙන්ට එනවා. එතකොට අපි දානවා print pass. Okay. Let's say else. Fail. Okay. Print pass නැත්තම් fail අපි print කරනවා. So අපි මේක run කරලා බලමු. මට මේක තව පොඩ්ඩක් ලොකු කරන්න තිබ්බනම් හොඳයි. எனக்கு இது கொஞ்சம் பெருசாக்கணும்னால அது செஞ்சு கொள்ளலாம இருக்கு பெருசாக்க. Right. ඔන්න run කරනවා. එතකොට මෙතන pass print වෙනවා. So අපි මේක අඩු කරලා බලමු දැන්. That is not the program we are learning. Right. So run பண்ணி காட்டுறேன். So now it is printing fail as well. Right. So the code in when you indent like this, when you indent that like this, it has a special meaning. So spaces, that means white spaces. இப்படி இடைவெளி வைக்கிறது வந்து அதுக்கு PHP sorry PHP නේ சொல்லப்படுது. Python ல வந்து special meaning இருக்கு. ඒ කියන්නේ Python වල මේව space තියෙන එකට special meaning එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒ හින්දා අපිට අවශ්‍ය විදිහට spaces තියන්න බෑ. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි ඒක පුරුදු වෙනවනේ හරියට code එකේ දාන්න. මම මේක අයින් කරනවා. Right. Okay. So ඒ ටික තමයි උතන කියලා දුන්නේ. හරිද? ඕක basic syntax එකක්. So it is very simple thing. හරිද? ගොඩක් කලබල වෙන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. අද class එකේ ඉවර වෙනකොට ඔය ළමයින්ට Python install කරලා first program එක හදලා save කරලා version එක check කරලා print command එකක් දාලා program එක run වෙන්න පුළුවන් run කරගන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඒක වැඩිත් එක්ක අදට ඇති. ඒ කියන්නේ අද ඒක තමයි තාමත්ම වැදගත් කොටස. இன்னைக்கு program class முடியிற நேரம் உங்களுக்கு தனியா வந்து சாஃப்ட்வேர் டவுன்லோட் பண்ணி இன்ஸ்டால் பண்ணிட்டு ஒரு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ப்ரோக்ராமை கிரியேட் பண்ணி சேவ் பண்ணி அதை ரன் பண்ண தெரிஞ்சிருந்தா சரி, அதோட போதும். அதோட சேர்த்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து இன்ஸ்டால் ஆகிருக்கான்னு பார்க்கறதுக்கு வேர்ஷனை செக் பண்ணி எழுதுன்னு சொன்னா அது தாராளமாக போதும் உங்களுக்கு. அதே மாதிரி நான் நோட்ஸ் தந்திருக்கேன், உங்களுக்கு தேவைன்னு சொன்னா அதை பார்க்கலாம். நம்ம නෝට්ස් ෆයිල් එකක් දුන්නා ඕගලන්ට. අවශ්‍ය නම් ඒක බලන්න. ඕක ඔක්කොම කියවගෙන එන්න එපා ක්ලාස් එකට. ඒතකොට ක්ලාස් එක එච්චර ඉන්ට්‍රස්ටිං නෑ. මොනාර දෙයක් මම කරපු දෙයක් ඔයාලට රිෆර් කරන්න අවශ්‍ය නම් நோட் එක බලන්න. நான் சொன்னது எதுவும் விலங்கல்ல இல்லைன்னு திருப்பி பார்க்கணும்னு சொன்னா நோட்டை பாருங்க. அப்படி இல்லாம அதை ஒரே පාඩමාකර மாதிரி படிக்க வேணாம். சரி, ஓகே ரைட். අපි තව පොඩ්ඩක් බලමු ඉස්සරහට. අද ක්ලාස් එක ඉවරෙන්න අපි තව විනාඩි 3ක් තියෙනවා. මේ ටික ඔක්කොම අපි කරාපු තාලා இதெல்லாம் நாங்க செஞ்சிட்டோம். இதுவும் சொல்லி செஞ்சிட்டோம். அது இப்போ நான் சொன்ன விஷயத்தை தான் இது இன்டென்டேஷன் சொல்லி செஞ்சு காட்டுறாங்க. அப்படி இடைவெளி விட்டு செய்யறது அது சின்டாக்ஸ்ல வரதுனால பைத்தன் வேரியபிள் அடுத்த கிளாஸ்ல நாங்கள் செய்ய போறோம். இன்றைக்கு செய்யல பைத்தன் வேரியபிள். நான் கமெண்ட்ஸ் பத்தி உங்களுக்கு சொல்லி தரேன். இன்றைக்கு கமெண்ட்ஸ் மட்டும் நான் சொல்லிடுறேன். அதோட முடிச்சிடும் இந்த கிளாஸ். ரைட்டா? ரைட், ஓகே. அதை எப்படி யூஸ் பண்றேன்னு சொன்னா நான் ஒரு புதிய ப்ரோக்ராம் எடுக்கிறேன். ரைட், நான் டெமோ 1 2 3 போறேன். அப்போ எனக்கு எத்தனாவது ப்ரோக்ராம்னு பார்த்து கொடுறதுக்கு லேசி. రైట్, මම ඩෙමෝ 1 2 3 මේ යන්නම්. එතකොට කීවෙනි ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකද කියන එක මට ලේසි. මට තව එක තත්පරයක් දෙන්න මම මේක වැඩි කරන්න පුළුවන්ද කියලා බලා ගන්න. ෆොන්ට් එක වැඩි කරන එකේ වාසියක් තියෙනවා අපිට. රයිට්, මෙච්චර දීලා also modified in workspace. That's better. 26 is better. 28 better, I think. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Now I'm going to create a program about printing my name 5 times. Printing my name 5 times. Okay. So I will write something like this. Print. My name is, let's say my name is John or Kevin. So let's say like we put like this. So I want to print like this. And let's say my friend is, and you want to put a name here, Sam. Sorry about that. Oh. Right, friend is Sam, friend is John, friend is and friend is Niman. Okay, we put all these 5 things, right? Okay. Now this is not a big deal, but you know, in this program, if you want to tell someone who is reading this program, someone who is looking at your code, if they want to understand this one, we can just type in normal English some information. We can use a hash mark like this. This is a sample program I wrote to practice. You just type like that, right? If you press Control and plus, what will happen is the thing is, Puta, entire everything increases, Puta, like this. That is why I didn't use that. Okay, when you press Control plus, this also increases. So only the font I want to increase. That's right. Right. So, and this is a single line comment, and you can use a hash mark here, and you can say this is. You can just type like this. I am. Yeah. You can just any place you can put. Sorry about the background noise, right? So here sorry about the disturbance. Right. I will. I was going to show you here, right? So any place where you want, you can put a comment, right? My friend. Like I can continue that, right? Okay, like this. Another friend, like this. So this we will continue in the next class anyway. So you should understand this one we are using to explain our coding. We are explaining the coding, for that we can make use of that. There are other ways to create comments also, like you can use 3 single quotes together like this. In between that, you can type multiple lines of comments if you want, or you can use double quotes 2 times like this. Then you can type multi-line comments like that, right? So it's not very important. So we're going to do this one in our upcoming class. So time is up. Now the time is 7:32. So we need to get back for the video editing class, students. So let me finish my prayers and come. 7:36, like I will start the class.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Badala.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you, sir.